I think we can record. Is that okay, Sarah? Oh, you're recording. Got it. Thank you. Okay. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday evening. I hope everybody's doing great. If you are watching the recording, Elizabeth and Lucy and Chris, I think too, are all not feeling well tonight. So we hope that you guys feel better and that you enjoy this recording. If you are a new face on tonight, I'm going to continue hopefully to flip through and see. Yeah, I see faces I don't recognize, which is so exciting. My name's Brett Baker, and I am an independent consultant and regional vice president. I live in Fort Collins, Colorado, and Elizabeth and Chris are my sponsors. So if you're new to Zoom, you can see, for me, it's on the bottom left of my phone screen. I think it's the same on a computer. You can mute yourself. That would be great because then there's not background noise. But I love to see your faces. So if you'll leave your video on, that would be awesome. And your video is right next to where you control the audio and stuff. So there are a couple things I would love to share with you all tonight. I don't know if you guys do this, but when I get like going on something, it is like a rabbit trail going around my notebook. That's just kind of how my brain works. And so if you see me turning my notebook, it is indeed because I've written things upside down. But the first thing I wanted to encourage you all to do is I wanted to remind you about the fundraiser, or perhaps tell you about the fundraiser if you don't know about it. So Daphne Birdsinger, yes, Daphne's here tonight, has a son, Clifford, who's so cute. Daphne, I was like flipping through your pictures today in your Facebook group so that I could send one to my family. I'm sending out an email asking them for donations. And oh my gosh, he's so cute. So Daphne's son, Clifford, was born with some special needs, and he was in the NICU for the first almost 3 months of his life. Hope I get all this right. And Daphne and her husband stayed at the Ronald McDonald House for that time. And my understanding is that it was a great resource for you all, but there weren't a ton of nutritious food options. And so we are raising money as a nation to be able to purchase protein shake, protein powder, protein shaker cups. That's what I'm looking for. Fizzies, complete hydration, protein bars maybe, just some good stuff so we can stock the kitchen. And I wanted to remind you all of that. I think this time of year, a lot of people are looking for ways to help others. And this is a great way that, honestly, I'm telling my family, like, if you can do 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks, that all adds up, right? So I would encourage you all to be bold in asking people to partner with you and come alongside you for this great cause. I have gotten more excited the more that I've talked about it with people. And when you're excited about something, people will listen. So that's number one. Number two is sign up for the Arbonne incentive trip. You have to register if you haven't done that yet, and you will get double your district volume towards earning that trip just for December. So definitely do that. They are amazing. I'm going to go in February to Mexico, and I will report back on how awesome it is. And then we'll all go together to Atlantis next October. Let's see. See, I apologize, guys. This is just who I am. I think that's all as far as announcements. Because I don't live in Charlottesville, I can't remember the dates for when the Christmas party is. I want to say it's the 17th in Charlottesville. I would totally be there if I could, because I do love a good party and I do love my Arbonne family. So definitely go to that if you're in Charlottesville. And I think that's it. So tonight I wanted to share a little bit with you on from a training that I listened to today that Molly Crouch shared with some of the managers, and it's from Donna Johnson's Go for Gold call that she does every Saturday morning. And this week, Barbara Beatty was the speaker, sharer, trainer, and she trained on why the world needs your courage. It was about courage. I just remember that word. And there were a couple of things that stood out to me in that call that I just wanted to share with you all. So she started out, actually, I think this was Donna and not her, but whether you think you can or you can't, you're right, which is something I've heard a lot before, but it's always good to be reminded. And I know that if you've been in Arbonne for a little while, sometimes people can write December off as a month where you just kind of like, bleh. November was crazy. We went hard during our Black Friday sales, and we're just going to like during December. But I'm here to tell you that Elizabeth told us we have had the most volume and sponsoring this month, this December, than any December before. We are in some good momentum. People are looking to get healthy. People are getting bonuses this month. And people are looking to make some extra money around the holidays. And so it's all, whether you think you have a great December or not, whatever you're thinking in between your ears is what's going to happen. You're going to manifest that stuff. So we also say what you think about, you bring about. I would definitely encourage you to envision and go for sponsoring. The last day to order products so that they get there before Christmas is the 15th of December. So definitely get your teacher gifts. I just got, I'm not kidding you, I ordered 10 of those candles, the mulled cider candles, when we had free shipping and the extra 20% off the holiday products. And like all my kids' teacher gifts and daycare provider gifts and piano teacher, there's so many, right? They add up. They're taken care of. And I got to shop from my own store, and I got a great discount, and I got free shipping. So don't forget about that, you guys. You are going to have people who are last minute shoppers, and you can help them out. Don't write off December. She also said that, I like this, every VP, so regional vice president or national vice president in Arbonne, who sits behind the wheel of a Mercedes, has faced the exact same fears and insecurities that you all have today. So if you're new, if you've been around a while, we all have insecurities going into this business. We all have fears. You guys, Arbonne and network marketing, it's not typical. People don't often choose this way of working. And a lot of people have crap to say about it, right? Like, I know, even though I've been doing this for 7 years and I have been successful in this business, do you know that the majority of my family still doesn't buy from me and still thinks I'm crazy and that this isn't going to work? I screenshotted this. My grandma the other day and shared this with the managers, posted, "I'm looking for a Mary Kay rep" on Facebook. And I was like, kills me. So what I'm saying, you guys, is that a lot of people won't understand why we do what we do. And that never really changes as you grow your business. It's just a decision that you make to put your blinders on and really just filter out the people whose voices don't matter. Those doesn't mean those people don't matter in your life. Obviously, I love my grandma, but I'm not going to go to her and, live and die by what she says about my Arbonne business. Barbara also said that nothing of this magnitude in this business is going to come easy. I know that I had somebody join the business a couple months ago. They didn't have a ton of success right out of the gate, and they quit a couple days, like maybe 3 weeks into their business, a couple days after their 3-week birthday. And what they said was, "I didn't know it was going to be this hard." And I think that this person was expecting to be able to maybe post to Facebook and get a PC. But we know it's about follow-up. It's about not quitting. It's about staying around and having the courage to do so. I will tell you that I've been told no a lot. I've had bad parties where nobody shows up, or I've had parties where a lot of people show up and nobody buys anything. That is just part of the story when you're an Arbonne consultant, and it's certainly part of your story if you want to promote to the level where you're driving around that Mercedes. That white Mercedes means that you've heard a lot of no's, you've gotten a lot of rejections, but you've decided to have the courage to just keep going. I love this quote. I don't know who said it, but it just came to my mind today. you have to live in a way that most people won't to live in a way that most people can't. And, you know, what that means is that a lot of people are way too scared about what other people think of them. But guys, you're not living your life if you make your decisions based on what other people think about you. I will be really vulnerable with you all and tell you that something I struggle with, even today I did this, is sometimes I'll get on Instagram and I'll see somebody's picture and I'll like it and I'll be like, huh, I haven't talked with them in a while. I wonder what they're up to. Did they unfollow me? And I'll go to their profile and I will look and see if they unfollowed me. And if they did, which twice today, two people did, I'm like, oh, I must be like posting too much about Arbonne. They must think I'm annoying. Guys, who cares? Who the heck cares? My business is still growing. Not everybody's going to like you. You're not pizza. You can't please everybody. And you can't, you guys. So just know that in your business and keep trucking, because you have us. And the community in Arbonne is what keeps me going. So stay on these meetings. Stay, talking to each other, get with your upline. If you need like a weekly pep talk, I still do. That's okay. So much of this business is the way you're talking to your own self in your mind. So be mindful of your mind and get down with your daily affirmations and say them out loud. So I posted mine on my wall. I'm a national vice president with Arbonne. I'm a great leader. And guys, most of these are insecurities that I actually have. So we're just playing a little bit of, I'm trying to trick my brain. I am never alone. I'm surrounded by people who love and care about me. People feel confident in my ability to teach them. I am enough exactly how I am. My children feel loved by me. I'm a nurturing and tender mother. And I look at those and I say them every day because I'll be honest, those things are hard for me to believe some days. But what you think about, you bring about, and what you say to yourself, you also believe. So write them down and say them. I was listening to a podcast earlier today. This is going to sound really random, but it just, trust me. Again, my brain. I was listening to a podcast with Krista Tippett and Imani Perry. I listened to a couple of Krista Tippetts today. Anyway, whoever she was talking with, Imani Perry, talked about foot binding. So in 10th century China, you guys probably have heard this, girls would have their feet bound. And I guess culturally it looked feminine and pretty. And I guess men thought it was feminine and pretty. And so women would bind their feet in this way that atrophied a lot of muscles. And if you look it up, it's hard to see, but the arch in their foot would just basically be collapsed. And that practice went from 10th century China and ended in 20th century China. And Krista Tippett was talking to this woman about how when that practice was abolished and ended, the women took off their bindings and they couldn't walk. And so they had to retrain their feet how to walk. And it was actually way more painful for them to undo and retrain their muscles to pull their bones a certain way than it was to actually bind their feet. Because when you're binding your feet that tight, your foot is numb. And so it wasn't as painful for them to bind them as it was to unbind them and relearn how to walk. And that just got me thinking, like, gosh, it's harder to unlearn these things that you tell yourself than it is just to have healthy thoughts about yourself from the beginning. And so I just really felt like that spoke to me in a lot of areas of my life, but especially Arbonne. And so I wanted to share that with you guys. And then let's see, lastly, there was some great practical advice that Barbara Beatty gave, and she she said that she did when she was going region and trying to earn the incentive trip. It all happened on the same day. She earned the trip and promoted to region on the same day. Could have been somebody on her team. Anyway, I've listened to so many trainings and podcasts today. This is like what I do with my free time. It's my favorite thing. Whoever promoted to region and earned the trip consistently did 8 group presentations each month. And I know that to some people that sounds really scary and intimidating, but she called them mini parties or mini presentations. So she would ask somebody to get like 2 or 3 friends together and present a healthy happy hour, or mochas and makeovers, I think is what she said. She had some cute themed stuff going on. She committed to 8 small group presentations a month. And she said that over time, to earn the trip and to focus on whatever promotion you're going for, growing your business, whatever your goal is, focus on you plus 2. It makes it really simple. To earn the trip is what's on my mind. So I'll just continue with that example. You can get bogged down by like, this is how much volume I have left. This is how many people I need to promote. You plus 2. And then helping people 8 times a month learn how to get healthy, or learn how to use better hair products or makeup products. And that simplified it for me. So you're focusing on you plus helping 2 other people promote to district, area, whatever. And then just helping people 8 times a month get 2 or 3 friends together. And I loved that. And I also love practical advice. Because again, when it comes to details or like implementing, I'm not the greatest, which should be encouraging to you guys, because I made it to regional vice president and I still don't know how to put a reminder in my calendar on my phone. So I have this thing, and sometimes I'll leave it places and anyway, that was supposed to be encouraging. I hope it was. I think that's all tonight. Let me just think. Yeah. I would just encourage you guys to go big this December. It's exciting. People are looking to get healthy, but they need to be asked a lot of times. They need the information offered to them. A lot of people are overwhelmed and stressed right now. And our job is to share Arbonne with them, whether that's the business opportunity, the 30 days to healthy living, Christmas shopping. That's our job. So, thanks, Daphne. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. And I hope everybody stays healthy and has a great week. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sarah.